Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arsalan and today we are on day 4th of building the logic, building the problem solving skills with the help of integers through Python. So now we have a question which is very similar, and I would say it is the same but the logic is quite different. It is the same which we have done on day 1 where we have taken find the number of odd numbers to n range. We will be doing the same logic, we will be applying the same logic, but the difference here is that we have to do it with the even numbers. So hope you can just solve it on your own, and I strongly believe that if you have understood this question on day 1 you can just easily solve this question on day 4th as well. If you are very new to this playlist, let me give you a very brief introduction of what this playlist is all about. So in this playlist we have been solving question and we have been building logic through integers, and then we have been just doing it with the help of Python. So if you are lacking lacking the understanding and lacking the problem solving skills in programming, you can just watch my playlist, this playlist which I have created, in which I have already solved question based on a string, and I have started a new set of questions which is based on mathematics. So slowly and gradually we have been increasing the bar, and we have been increasing the bar like anything. So we have a question which is based on sum of even numbers. So we can just solve this question. If you have just watched my tutorial on day 1, you can just quickly solve this question, and if you haven't watched it you can just watch it now, that how we will be solving this question. So just before starting to solve this question, guys, do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button, and bookmark the playlist so that you can get the updates from the channel. So we have to create a function. uh, let's say we have a function as def even sum, and we will be just adding till some number, some range. So let's say the range is n. So what we have to do, let me just explain it to you, that if you haven't understood this question, what we have to do, we have to add the sum of even numbers till any range. So let's suppose we have a range, range as, let's suppose we have a range is equals to 10. So till 10 the even numbers will be 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 itself. So this is the even number which will be included in the range of 10. So what we have to do here is we have to sum all of these numbers, sum of all of these numbers, which will be equal to 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. So 2 plus 4, 12, 12 plus uh, 10 plus 10 plus 30. I think that this will be equal to 30. Let me just verify it. 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 8 is 20, 20, it will be equal to 20, 30. So this is the value we should be getting if we just the add the values, even values, in the range of 10. So what we will be doing here is we'll be applying the logic. So hope you have understood the question first of all, then we can just move on to just building the logic to add the even sum. So we can just create a function. We have already created a function. What we have to do, we have to create a variable which will be holding the sum of the even numbers. So let's suppose we have a sum as equals to 0. So even sum is 0 right now. Initially it will be 0. Any value we start, it is initialized by 0. So we are initializing the even sum is equals to 0. Now in this sum we will be adding 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10, right? So we will be first of all adding, let me just tell it to you in the comment here, that we will be adding 0 plus 2, then we will be adding 2 plus 4, then we will be adding 4 plus 6, then we will be adding 6 plus 8, and then we will be adding 8 plus 10. This is what we will be doing here, right? This is what we will be doing here. So we have initialized it by 0. So how we will be just doing it, we will not putting, we will if we have a range as equals to 10, we will be saying that add me value taking 2, then we will be adding 4, and then we will be adding 8, we will be adding 10. We will be not just doing it like this, even sum plus plus is equals to 2, or then after that plus is equals to 4, then after this plus is equals to 6, then after that plus is equals to 8. We'll be not doing it like this, right? We'll be not doing it like this. Why? Because this is not a correct way, this is not a best way to do this. The best way to do this is to using a loop. Let me show it to you. If I print, if I print print what? Even sum. Let me show it to you that we will be getting we should write even sum. We should return this even sum, and let's suppose you have taken 10 as the n value, and if I run this, it will be saying that cannot access local variable even sum where it is not associated with a value. So even sum is equals to 0, print even sum, and even sum. So we can just write it like this, even sum, and we have to write it small s for all of these values, because the function of the name of the function is with capital S. Now it will be running fine. See, it is giving me 30 as the answer, but this is not the correct value. What if we have a value as 100 here? What we have a value, what if we have a value as 100 here? We will be not adding it like 12 also, then we'll be adding 14, doing it like this 12, then we'll be doing it like 14, then we'll be doing it like 16. We'll be not doing it right. So how we will be doing it, like how we will be adding? So to do that, what we can do here is we can create a loop. We can create a loop. So instead of writing this even sum, I can just write even of sum of evens, sum of even nums. So now sum of even nums. Now we have initialize it by 0, and I have already told it to you that we can do it like this, right? We can do it like this, we can add it line by line. But what if we have a number which is like, let's suppose we have 100 or we have 1000. You can just try it for 100, you can take 1 hour for doing it for 1000. What if we have a value as 1 lakh? You will be not doing it right. So to do that, what we can do here is we can create a loop which will be doing this function for us. We can create a loop which will be saying that for num in range starting from 0 till n plus 1. So now why we are taking n plus 1, I can just tell it to you that n is exclusive. If I print n here, num here, and I have already taken 10 here as the value, it should be giving me 1 2 3 4 5 6 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10 also, but 10 will be excluded. Let me show it to you that it will be giving me 10 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I have it will be included because I have put n plus 1. If I just remove from 1 from here and show it to you, it will be giving me 9 here. So that's what I mean here, that the n itself is exclusive. It is not included in the range here. So we can just put n plus 1. It will be giving me 1 2 3 4 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. See, so I want to add this number too. So what we have to do, we have to check whether number is even, and to do that, what we have to do, we have to apply the logic here to check the even number. So I have already discussed it in detail that how do we check whether a number is even or odd. To do that, I can just revise it also, that to check whether the number is even, what we have to do, first of all, check a number is even or odd. How do we do that? First of all, we have to check whether the number is even or odd. To do that, we have to check that if num mod is the function which helps us determine whether the which will give us the remainder. So mod function is used for let me just write it here. Mod operator is used to give the remainder. Now we will be using this mod function. If num mod 2 is equals to 0, then it is a odd number. However, if we divide it and if we get divided by 2 and we get the number as 0, remainder as 0, then it's an even number. Let me just show it to you that if I just not print this, return this, call this function, and if I just directly show it to you that if I have a is equals to 40 and if I just print a mod 40, it should be giving me value as 0. See, it's giving me 0. What if I use, instead of sorry, I will be not taking 40, I will be taking 2 here, not 40. What if I take 1 here, or I can just take 41 after this, 41, and or divided by both. So now first of all I divide by 2, 40 divided by 2, 40 mod 2, and then it's 41 mod 2. So let's see. See, it's giving me 0 and 1. So we can just conclude from here that if the remainder is 1, then it's a odd number, and if the remainder is 0, if we divide it by 2, the remainder should be 0. So that's how it is. So I can just remove it or comment down here. So now that we can just apply the logic here, that first of all we will be checking in the range that if any particular number mod 2 is equals to 0, then increase the number by even sum, and I can just print it afterward that, sorry, even not even sum, just add those number in my even sum of even, not, it was not even of sum, it was sum of evens. I will just replacing all of these values from here, and here too. So when I will be giving you this code, you should know that what I wrote before, so you do not get confused. Now I have sum of events in my this functionality too. Now if you see that sum of even nums, it should be sum of even nums, right now it's correct. Now I will be just printing this value, or I can just return this. Okay, I'm printing this and just uncomment this call of the function. And right now I hope you can understand that what I did here is I have just put a check, I have put a condition here that if the number mod 2 is equals to 0, which means that if the remainder is 0, then add all of those number inside my even sum of even num. So first of all it will be taking 0 into consideration. So 0 is an even number, it will be adding 0 into my this. Then after 0 it will be checking for 1. So 1 is not 1 will be not giving a remainder as 0, so it will be skipping that value. Then after that it will be checking for 2, it will be giving the remainder as 0. Then it will be checking for 3, it will be not giving. Then it will be checking for 5, 6, it will be added. Then it will be 8 will be added, and then 10 will be added after finally. So see, the 30 is coming. Before we were using this whole code which we were using, and right now you can see that we are just using in 2 lines. We can just solve this whole question. And what we can do here is we can just say that if I have a number as 100, let's suppose we have 100 here instead of 10, what we can say that in one line, in 2 lines only we just have to change the number. We do not have to write n number of lines for this. We just have to change the number, and all of the work will be done in seconds. Let me show it to you. See, 2550. So hope you have understood this question on day 4th too. So if you like this tutorial, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button and bookmark the playlist, and also do share it with your friends. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial and see you next time.